So recently I learned how important it is to rest, relax, and reset. And major shout out to the person who left me that comment on a post I made a few days ago where I was talking about not being as consistent as I wanted to be. And don't get me wrong, I still feel bad about that. But that's due to work and family life, especially with we're in a busy season at work. So I've been facing a little burnout because of doing like everything simultaneously at once. But it's important to stop every once in a while, rest, relax your mind, and allow your mind to be reset, refreshed. And the Lord tells us in the word that we have to renew our minds daily, by the reading of his word and by praying, and when you do that, right, when you allow the Heavenly Father to renew your mind, you're letting all the stress out of your system of work and dealing with family life and dealing with, paying bills and stresses of adulthood and stuff like that. And you allow your mind to just reset and relax, turn it over your problems to the Lord and leaving them at Lord Jesus' feet. So it's like I said, with the busy season at work, and it's crazy because we already work 12 hours a day. An increased schedule on top of that, man, it's been burning me out lately. So I want to start being more consistent. And now that we're starting to get into February and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, like I like to make some time with my family as well. But I think I'm going to start switching things up here on the channel to where, I'm going to just drop content on my days off versus trying to be like everybody else and drop content daily. Don't get me wrong, I would love to drop content every single day. This is something that I truly enjoy, and you guys show so much love to the channel. I just want to give it back by just constantly dropping vlog after vlog for y'all. And another thing I noticed is I feel like I haven't been using my DJI Nano to its full capabilities. And that's due to the fact that I'm learning that there's not many metal surfaces where I live. In the park that I went to, I tried sticking the DJI Nano to a speed limit sign and finding out that wasn't made out of metal. And like the post that it's on is actually wood, so it's not a metal post or something like that where I can get a long distance shot of me, like at least 20-30 feet away from the camera and talking to you guys via the DJI Mic Mini. But I took today to just rest, like I wanted to drop a vlog in the morning, like get some rest as soon as I get off of work at like 7, sleep until maybe like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. and do a quick vlog for y'all. But I was like, you know what? When I woke up at 10 a.m., I said, you know what? I'm going to just get a little bit more rest so that my mind can refresh. And that actually helped. It gave me a little bit more clarity because like the past week or so, I've been feeling like my mind has been in a fog. Not not literally, but figuratively speaking, because we had like the past 2 weeks, we had fog out here where I live, and it was bad. Like a lot of fog came down off the mountains, and it was foggy for 2 weeks straight. It was like, sadly, a lot of car accidents, people going to work late because they had to drive slow and stuff like that. But I felt like also my mind was in a fog. Like I just couldn't think clearly. Like I wanted to like drop a vlog. I wanted to do a poetry performance. I even wanted to sit down one day and write poetry like I wanted to. But as soon as I opened my notepad app to write, my mind just went blank. You know what I mean? Like, or I was struggling to get the thoughts that I wanted to speak onto the notepad, into that poem. I struggled to get them down. And that's due to the fact that, like I said, being overwhelmed, when you don't allow your mind, your body, and your spirit proper rest, it's going to be like very, 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 very difficult from a creative aspect. So it's important, right? It's important as a content creator, as a day-to-day individual, as, a man, a woman, a God. It's imperative to just rest. It's imperative to just rest. You know what I mean? It's like for anybody in general, man, woman, child, older, younger, don't matter. Get rest on the weekends. You know what I mean? Allow your mind to just reset and refocus. Because when you try to, how they say, okay, there's a saying, when you stretch yourself thin, you'll overwhelm yourself. Stretch yourself thin doesn't mean just you literally stretch until you're thin, it means that you're completely overwhelmed because you're doing everything all at once. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. My YouTube notification just went off. But anyway, you try to overwhelm yourself by doing everything at once. And that's what I was doing the past 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, I would drop a vlog, then go work for 12 hours, get off work around like 7 a.m. and everything, because I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I would get off work at 7 a.m., get some rest until like 9, 10 in the morning, do another vlog, and then have to go back to work again that night. And it took time to edit these vlogs. It took time to like edit these videos and stuff like that. So what I told myself, okay, I gotta start working on my content, right? I really need to start mastering it. And it's sad because I've been doing this almost 10 years, you know, and I'm still learning things. Not saying that's sad, but it's just I haven't mastered a single skill with a lot of the videos I drop, you know, because you have to learn how to get good. So major shout out to a vlogger by the name of Tamara, you know what I mean? And she covers everything from action cameras to action camera drones to how to edit a video and stuff like that. And I'm gonna drop the link to one of her videos here in the general description. But anyway, I learned that, like, she made a post the other day. She talked about you have to master a skill as a content creator. You have to get good with either scripting your videos, speaking without waffling on. You have to get good with editing, but you can't do all at once and overwhelm yourself. And that's what I was doing in a mental sense, you know, just overwhelming myself with work, family life, content creation, all in one day, every single day, nonstop. And I was burning myself out. So major shout out to the commenter who left a comment about taking a rest, relax, and resetting my mind. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of the content I was doing, like like there was a few videos I could tell where I was absolutely overwhelmed. Like I was burnt out. Like I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm just trying to rush through this video the best I can. And that's one thing about me. I like to take my time when I'm bringing you guys content. I don't like to rush. I don't like to like waffle on. I don't like to just give you guys anything. So, you know what I mean? Because you guys deserve the very best. So I try my best to edit the video, you know, make it look good, make it sound good. That's why I'm using my DJI Mic Mini. Not a, you know, sponsor plug or anything, but this is why I use wireless lav mics. I still have my Hollyland Lark A1. I still have my Hollyland Lark M2 and M2S. They've been phenomenal microphones, but it's been a struggle because it is door on the DJI Nano and on the DJI Action 4 and stuff like that. And especially on my Insta360 Ace Pro 2. They have that side door where it's hard to plug the USB-C adapter into it. So I'm like, I only use the wireless lav mics, the Hollyland mics, and even my wired lav mic, I would use it with my phone, you know, because, man, it doesn't work with my DJI Nano, unfortunately. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to start dropping content on the days that I have off versus trying to rush and bring content daily. One thing as a content creator I've learned, you cannot be like everybody else. Someone's schedule might be a little bit more free than yours. They might have a little bit more free time to bring you guys content on a daily basis or bring their audience content on a daily basis versus, you know, someone else. You know what I mean? So you have to do what works for you. That's rule number one as a content creator. You have to work on a schedule and do what works for you in order for your channel to succeed. Once again, you have to get rest. Rest does the body good. And they say that when you work out, get at least 8 hours of sleep after you go to the gym. When you go to school, when you go to work, get 8 hours of sleep. It allows you to have that clarity. Relax. You know what I mean? Relax means take some time off to just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Take some time off to focus on what makes you happy. So that way, once you are filled with joy in your mind, your heart, and your spirit, once you get back to work, once you get back to school, you will feel a little bit more refreshed. And also, reset, meaning Let go of all the bad days you had at work. Let go of all the bad days you had at school. Let go of all the fallouts you had in your friendships, your relationships, and just allow yourself to be free. You know what I mean? To just let go of that stress and refocus. Focus on what's more important. It's easy to get overwhelmed. It's absolutely easy to get overwhelmed. Not just as a content creator. As an everyday Joe myself, it's easy for me to get overwhelmed with focusing on everything all at once. We're human beings, you know what I mean? We try to do the best we can every single day. You know, my thing is, I'm good at multitasking. I'm good at time management, but sometimes it can be overwhelming. It can be exhausting, and that can have an effect on your mind. So try to get some time to just focus on what's more important. Remember to focus on what's more important, why you're doing this. You know, what's your why? What's your goal? What's your dream? You know, and begin to focus on that again. Like, get the distractions out the way and begin to focus on those matters again. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for being so patient with me. Thank you for sticking around on the channel, you know what I mean, and being so patient with me while I was dealing with I can't even talk. Dealing with a very, very, very busy work schedule this past week and everything. And thank you for sticking around with the channel and liking all the videos, sharing them and everything. I appreciate all love and support. God bless you guys. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.